got the best legend in the game. I got the best legend in the game, guys. Yo, what is up, guys? Boris here, coming to you guys with another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Now, as you saw a few weeks ago, I'm probably about a month or so ago, I ended up pulling Akainu V2, and so far he's been doing a lot of work for me. He's definitely one of the top legends, and I do think a lot of people are underrating him in terms of what he can do. His ability to just do 1,000,000 damage at the end of each turn per Akainu, in my opinion, is really, really powerful. So I decided to go ahead and see how he would do against the Capone Training Forest. So this is the brand new Training Forest, guys, on Japan. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. I skipped straight to the pudding room, which is the first kind of difficult room, although it's not really difficult. And pretty much the whole idea with Akainu, guys, is that you have to hit your perfects. Now, the one main thing about this forest, guys, is that you want to bring as much anti-heal, so anti-heal removal sockets as you can. Now, those aren't normal sockets, those are limit break sockets. So in my team, my Hoodie Jones is max, so that's 7 turns of anti-heal removal, and my Marco is also 10 turns of anti-heal removal, so that's 17 turns. By the way, here you want to pop Akainu Captain, and then just go ahead and hit your greats, hit your perfects. You can even hit one great, I believe, and still take him out. But I'll get into the anti-heal later. Other than that, both of my Akainus do have barrier penetration, although my friend Captain is only level 4, which means 50% or above. Mine is a max, so that's going to be really helpful for this dungeon as well. And the rest of it is pretty straightforward. I'm going to talk about it as we go. So here, again, you have 2 turns to take out Pudding and Sanji. Nothing too difficult, just pop an Akainu and take him out. And overall, guys, Akainu is just so powerful. Even for someone like me who's notorious for not being able to hit perfects too often, I hit a lot of greats in this run, and I still managed to beat the whole thing. The trickiest thing about this team is the auto-targeting, switching from auto to manual. It really is incredibly difficult, and I lost 90%. Well, I lost all the runs except this, so I lost a lot of runs to not being able to switch targets correctly. But once you get the hang of it, you should be able to be okay. Now, other than that, guys, this room right here is the most annoying room. It's the easiest room, but it's the most annoying room because it's 3 turns. You have to just stall out. Every turn, Capone revives everyone. There's a damage limiter, and half the enemies have like 10 HP, and then the other half have a lot that you can't really get through with through the damage cut. So it's just try to clear as many as you can, clear. Try to get as many food orbs as you can. Try to just leave this room with as much HP as possible. Some rooms you're gonna have like everyone on a 2-turn cooldown is perfect. Some rooms everyone's gonna be on a 1 turn, so you just take a lot of damage. But you pop Hoodie on the 2nd turn, and then on the 4th turn, once the damage limiter is gone, you pop Kid, and you just attack once. You take a hit from Capone, and then you attack again. The reason we take a hit, you can't kill him with perfects, but you want to take a hit because of the fact that you need to make sure that you need that extra 1 turn of stall from the runs I did in the past. I was actually one turn away from stalling for my Hoodie Jones. So I wanted to go ahead and make sure you get that extra turn to stall here. You get it later, but I figured I'd go ahead and get it here, just so this is the easiest room to get that extra turn. And this room right here, the next few rooms pretty much just hit your perfects, and you should be good to go. Here you can take a hit from Chopper, but I recommend not doing that. Like, when I say you can take a hit, it won't screw you over, but you got to be careful with your HP. Now, the thing is, once you kill Carrot, Chopper will give you reduced recovery for, I think, like 10 turns or something, so you will not be able to heal from food orbs, but again, it's not going to be that big of a deal, as I'll show you later. Now, I do want to go ahead and go straight into this because there's a lot of things I want to talk about in this run, but mainly, like I was talking about earlier, the anti-healing is really, really important. Marco has 10 turns, that's the main reason why we're using him. There's a lot of other units that have the thing, but again, it's really hard. Not everyone can rainbow their legends. Both my Marco and my Hoodie are rainbowed, and my Akainu does have a barrier penetration, which is really important for this room right here. So the trick to this room is that Pedro, you have to attack him, but he has a 5 perfect hit barrier, and Brook, if you kill him, you're kind of screwed because you have a 99 chain limiter, so you're really, really screwed. So what you want to do here is you need to hit 2 greats with Akainu, so you're going to pop Akainu special, pop Marco special so you're at full HP so that your Akainu's limit break ability will trigger because at level 1 you just need to be at 100%. So you could in theory do this with both Akainu's level 1 barrier penetrations, but they have to be max limit broken, so at least have that. Now, as you see here, I actually didn't manage to, I didn't hit the second grade. Normally I don't think I need to hit the second grade, but in this case I did. So thankfully, again, my friend Akainu was level 4, so that means that above 50% he does still go through barriers. So in this case that saved me. But if you can get a level 5 friend captain for that, that'd be amazing. Or just hit 2 greats. That should be more than good enough. If you hit a perfect, you're gonna end up killing Brook. So as you can see here, once you do kill Pedro, he will remove the chain limiter, which is 99 turns, is a lot. And on top of that, he will also heal you a little bit. So taking that extra hit didn't really affect me too much. Although I did end up losing a little bit of HP, which could come to bite me later on in the boss room. Now this room right here, this is another pretty easy room if you can hit your perfects. Hitting all perfects will one-shot Pedro, it's not Pedro, Peckham's and Tamago, each 1 turn. But you can, if you mess up, you can take 1 hit from Tamago. The only problem being that if you take more than 3 turns, Tamago will seal your boat. In this case, in which case you're probably done. Yeah, that's probably a rip run. So if you do get hit, you get 1 extra turn, but don't go beyond 3 turns, because then you will be super screwed. And yeah, try to just, if you get any food orbs or whatever, well actually no, I don't recommend hitting any greats there. Now this is the hardest room by far, guys, in the entire run. You have to do a really tricky strategy here. You have to pretty much one-shot the whole room, because if you don't, you're dead. And so you have to pop Shanks, you have to pop Hoodie Jones for damage reduction, because Luffy will deal like a massive amount of damage when he dies. You have to hit Great on Luffy. Then you have to hit 3 perfects with Marco, Hoodie, Shanks. Then you have to switch over to Nami. And actually, I just realized this is why the barrier penetration is really, really important on this team. At least having level 4 is because you need to be able to hit Nami with 2 perfects. That way you can end up defeating Gear Force. You can see Great, Perfect, switch. Switch over to Akainu and hit those 2. Switch over from with Akainu to Nami. And so hit those 2 perfects on Nami and then hit yeah, Luffy. So actually you do need level 4 at least. I mean, you could probably get away with level 3 if you're really careful with your HP, but maybe even level 1. I mean, I did take a hit somewhere, right? So this room is really, really difficult, guys, as well. So what you have to do is you have to pop Kid Special, and you have to get at least 2 hits on either Ichiji or Niji. Now Niji is gonna die to Kid Special, and so what you want to do is you want to, whoever you don't hit, whichever one doesn't get 2 hits, you're gonna hit them first. Then you're gonna switch over to Yonji, and you need to hit all your perfect. Well, you don't need to hit. I hit a great here, but that's enough to take out Reiju as well. And then yeah, like I said, Kid Special automatically takes out Niji. And now Ichiji's left. Again, if you hit all your perfects, you should be able to take him out. Otherwise, you will take damage from him, as you see here. And now I still have an extra turn of Kid, so what I want to do is I want to go ahead and hit both of them to make sure that Kid Special hits at the end of the turn. And I want to take out Ichiji here. And boom, there you go, and Judge gets hit. Now keep in mind, guys, if your Akainus are level 5, like mine is level 5, if you hit with Akainu, it will not count towards the barrier hit, so you'll actually not get rid of the barrier. So it's important to hit characters with in the first turn with Reiju and Yonji. It's important to make sure that you hit Reiju with either Hody or Shanks, because if you go by normal order, which is Kid, Marco, Hody, Shanks, then my last 2 hitters are Akainu, and then I wouldn't actually go. I wouldn't actually deal barrier damage to her. So it's important that you try to make sure one of your last hitters is Shanks or Hody, so that you can actually get rid of that barrier. And then once you made it here, guys, it's just hitting your perfect. So you have to take out Luffy on the first turn, otherwise he will send away your friend captain, I think, on the first turn. So you have to one-shot Luffy, which means you have to hit your perfects. Then you gotta take a hit from Caesar, and I believe Caesar will just do a little bit of damage. If you do use an attack up buff, I believe you will get interrupted. So thankfully, we're not going to use any attack ups here. So there we go. Take a hit from Caesar. This is where we're going to use Hody right here. Now, if you notice, Hody will make us so that Marco's back up. Now, I don't know if that's going to be necessary. I don't know if Capone. I don't think Capone does anything other than damage, but he does do a good amount. I think he does about 24,000. So here you pretty much have to take out. If we didn't take out Caesar, we were dead here. because we barely have enough to tank a Capone hit. And now you have 2 turns to take him out, but we have Marco, so I believe that means that we could actually take another hit if we needed to. But the thing to keep in mind, guys, is that after the 3rd turn, Capone will actually put an attack down on your whole team. So that actually ended up screwing me the previous run, because the previous run I made it here, but the attack down ended up making me lose a little bit, and I hit a bunch of greats. So here I'm also hitting greats, but it's okay because I have just enough damage, plus I have the Marco backup, which I believe would be enough to take a hit. I don't think Capone does anything below 20, according to game width, but maybe he does, I don't know. So another great, but it doesn't matter at this point. Enough damage. I guess this is a really complicated team. I really do think you need at least level 4 or 5 barrier on your Akainu, which I know is pretty tough to do, but I mean, he is one of the best characters in the game. I definitely do encourage, definitely putting limit break tablets towards him. I did it myself, and again, it's kind of important to bring that anti-healing, otherwise you're kind of screwed as well. Although you might be able to get away without it, I'm not too sure. So anyways, guys, what the ship will do is it's going to boost the crew by 1.55 attack, HP by 1.3. It makes perfects very easy to hit, and at the end of the turn it does a 3% HP cut, which overall makes this a really solid ship, except for the fact that if you have a slasher, free spirit, or powerhouse unit, it will lower your attack for each one. So it's kind of restrictive as to what units you can use, but it also has very, very powerful potential as long as you're not using those 3 classes. So that's it, guys. If you have any more questions about the Trading Force, let me know down below. Talk to you guys in the next video, and until next time, peace.